Alright, so these boys can join whenever they want. There we go. We've got Kuxir in here. Let me put Kuxir in the chat, in the title. There we go. So we've updated the title to reflect what is actually happening. Kuxir in the very, very nice looking Batmobile against Turbo. Turbo coming in very early there. I like that because Kuxir was lining up a ground shot, which would have been extremely risky for Turbo to just leave him to hit for free. Looks like Kuxir's pretty happy just letting Turbo come at him right there. Kuxir very, very defensive in his 50-50s. Notice how he's just letting Turbo hit the ball into him. Okay, wow, what a hit by Kux. Actually getting it off the inside of the post. That's such a good shot. Look at the power that he's able to hit that ball with. Unbelievable power. And Turbo just rotating far too sharply. He really didn't see that coming, but that front left corner of the Batmobile, Turbo just dragged it, or Kuxir just dragged it across the ball and hit a super fast shot. Oh, what a save by Kux as well. And Turbo going for the bump actually helps Kuxir into the ball. And again, it's getting a little bit violent, but Turbo might come off worse here if he keeps bumping Kuxir into the ball. Okay, so Kuxir definitely happy to, you know, play right in Turbo's face here. Look at him, he's just letting Turbo hit the ball into him. Beautiful play by Kux. This is so difficult to play against. Look, Turbo jumping in high to stop Kux from popping it over him, but Kux just blocks it low and then scores into the open net. Very, very well done. Very, very well done by Kuxir. Oh, cheeky aerial by Kux. He managed to save some boost, grab a couple of pads, and then go up for the fast aerial, and Turbo blocking the top right corner. Kuxir just goes bottom left. It's just over a minute and Kux already has a 3-goal lead. Looking imperious is Kuxir off Flipside Tactics. There's the little ball glitch again. The ball's just chilling. Oh, beautiful backflip. That backflip accomplishing two things. One, hitting the ball high. Secondly, preventing Kuxir's car from getting dragged into the box. If Kuxir didn't backflip there, his car would have landed inside the goal and he wouldn't have been able to keep attacking. But because he backflipped, he preserved his position outside the box where he could continue his attack. It's a bit of a weird hit there though. I don't know why Kuxir didn't take a first touch that was less wasteful. He just kind of gave away possession. He might just be trying to keep Turbo honest. If he just hits an occasional long shot, that forces Turbo to play a little bit further back to protect against those long shots. Kuxir's just dominating 50-50s and boost right here. Turbo has some though. He's been picking up pads here and there. Turbo turning off ball cam just to check on Kux. Sees Kux going up and that's why he turns around. Backs off. Kuxir missed the boost so he's going to go out. Turbo misses the ball so he's going to go back. Turbo's definitely not having the best game. He's struggling to find his feet here against Kuxir, who is absolutely not struggling. Even though Turbo's coming off of a warm-up against Maestro, who is a formidable player himself, Turbo is absolutely struggling to cope with this defensive style of Kux. He's just inching forward, zoning Turbo away from the ball, and that shot from Turbo leaving a lot to be desired, not making it to his location. Kux continues to pressure, and he finds the upper 90. Turbo is really struggling here. He does manage to get the ball into the corner, but Kuxir blocks it. Turbo can't decide whether he wants to go up the wall or stay on the ground. He goes up the wall and then goes on the ground afterwards, and by the time he's made that decision, Kux has already put the ball in his net. Kux is maybe trying to keep Turbopolsa to 0 here. Of course, Kuxir currently the 3rd ranked 1v1 player in the world, if I'm not mistaken, on the ranked ladder, which is no mean feat these days. Manages to keep Turbo at 0 still, and Turbo just giving Kuxir the ball. Not for the first time this game. That's a bit uncharacteristically slow by Kux right there. Probably won't matter. Probably won't matter because he did get back in time to defend, and even Kux's 12 boost is very, very difficult to score on. He's just trying his best to zone Turbo away from the ball here. He's threatening long shots to try and make Turbo back off. And all the while he's just gaining territory, getting that ball closer and closer to Turbo's net. I saw the amazing save, don't worry, I saw it. It was, I mean, if I was going to say, wow, what a save every time Kuxir did a good save, it would be all I ever say, because the boy's incredible. He's probably the best goalkeeper, but he doesn't hold Turbo to 0. Doesn't matter how good you are in goals if you're not in goal to save the open net. Looks like classic scrub killer kickoff strategy by Kuxir. Starting on the right side of the field, diving to the left, and then diving back to the right when he hits the ball. It's almost like a zigzag pattern. And Turbo getting away with the skin of his teeth, or by the skin on his teeth, at the end there. But look, Kuxir really doesn't need the ball to be bouncing to generate massive amounts of power. He doesn't need it to be bouncing extremely high, I should say, but he is bouncing the ball. Notice, he's just, all this while, Turbo doesn't know if Kux is going to shoot or if he's going to keep bouncing the ball, and before he knows it, the ball's in his net. Just a really good ground shot by Kux. It's that's something I would advise everybody to go and do, is just try and do exactly what Kux did there. Get the ball in free play, start bouncing it towards the other player's goal, and then right after the bounce, slam that ball straight in the top corner. If you can get really good at that, you'll be able to score a lot of dribbly goals in 1 versus 1. Oh, Kux is just donating a goal. Never mind! Turbo's rubbish. Turbo should have put that in the top of the net, but he couldn't find it. Oh, beautiful celebrations by Kux. That is pretty next level. This celebration, though. It's like, he's so good at just controlling this Batmobile. Look at this caster not readying up. That was next level, that celebration, though. Wow. So Kuxir taking game 1 really, really comfortably. Really, really comfortably. Turbo didn't look like he was in it at all. He's throwing about his camera swivel. He's trying to get himself psyched up. Oh, I've got some Pringles. Beautiful. Hope you like crunching. Oh dear, Turbo is overturning as he goes for this save, but what a shot by Kux again. He just gets that little bounce, then right after the bounce, kablamo, right in the net. Okay, well, just another one of these and then park the bus and Turbo's got the game. Again, I don't like that front flip at the face-off by Turbo, but it looks like Kux just completely bungled his end of the kickoff, so it didn't matter. Get Marky. Marky went to bed like 3 hours ago. He was up all night. Which, incidentally, is exactly what I've been doing. I have also been up all night, but I did not sleep. Marky has gone to sleep. In the middle of the day. Like a bat. Or an owl. Okay, Kux. I don't think he meant to kill that ball bounce. It's something that a lot of people will accidentally do when they start learning how to bounce dribble, is you'll try and hit the ball right after the bounce to keep it bouncing, and you'll accidentally make the ball roll. If that's the problem that you're having, I would recommend that you learn how to do some dribbling moves off the deck. I say deck, I mean ground, obviously. So right here, Turbo's trying to keep the ball bouncing. I don't like that he's just driving straight into the ball though. It doesn't really give him much of an angle. I feel like he should be cutting into the ball from the side more. He's not really hooking. Notice how he's just like driving straight into the ball, then he front flips into the ball and puts it straight onto the post. He wasn't far off scoring, to be fair. He wasn't far off scoring, but I feel like if he like does sort of a snaky approach to the ball, like cuts into it and like hits it from the side after the bounce. Notice that's exactly what Kux is doing. He's cutting into the ball to get it bouncing. That's how you get so much height on it. There's a good shot by Turbo. Kuxir completely boost starved or thereabouts. Oh, that's a good shot. Very, very good shot. Almost pixel perfect in Kux. Difficult save. That's weird. Turbo trying to push the ball left, but he wins it to the right. Very interesting. Kuxir must have done something very different. The difference this game so far is Turbo's been able to make effective challenges. Oh, that's a great jump by Turbo. I'm not sure if he saw Kux coming, but Kux was actually going for the demo. Very, very cheeky. Let's see. Oh yeah, very, very good by Turbo. He was actually watching Kux on that approach. Turbo very, very aware. He's actually increased the camera swivel speed. Oh, there's the underneath the ground ball glitch. Beautiful. It's just swimming in the ocean. That is the grass. Looks like Kux might have got the boost here, because Turbo would be boosting if Kux didn't take it. So yeah, Kux got that boost. It's very close. What was I saying before I got distracted by that ball being in the ground? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I saying? Help. I'm lost. What was I talking about before the ball submerged? Which is a graphical glitch, by the way. Oh yeah, I was saying Turbopolsa camera swivel. Yeah, thank you, Dogu. Camera swivel is a setting that most people leave default, but I would highly advise you to increase it at least to around about 3 or 4. I've got mine at 5. What it does is when you roll that right joystick, I don't know if this is my right hand on your guys' monitors. Yeah, my right joystick. So when I roll that to the right or the left to look my camera left and right, it basically does it very quickly rather than going like this and looking around slowly. It does it quickly. So you can just flick it, get a quick mental representation of what you have to see on either side of you. And that means that you can get back to looking at the important information in front of you quicker. Meanwhile, Turbo actually taking a 2-goal lead now. This could be very interesting because will Kux be aggressive? Or will he keep trying to counterplay? Because Turbo is a good defender. Very good defender. A fake would be great here. Okay. Well, he kind of went for a fake. I feel like Turbo could have gone for a fake right there. Kux was low on boost. He still is, actually. Oh, but Kux doesn't need much boost. He does not need much boost. Does Kuxir97. Just eating some delicious barbecue Pringles. Lovely stuff. Kuxir right here, he's trying to give himself time to grab the boost, which he does. And he's backing off. He's actually given Turbo some space, but look, he's just inching forward. Every time he makes one of these touches, he's getting Turbo to back off, but he doesn't get it on target. Delayed flick did take Turbo out of the game. And the world's worst dribble by Turbo. Popping the ball and backflipping and not even making contact. Oh, Kux going for the aerial dunk. He actually gets it. Incredible play by Kuxir97. Gets a block on Turbo's clear. That's incredible. Well done. Just absolutely serial boxing that clear. Planting the paddle in the way. The paddle, the plank, whatever you want to call it. The Batmobile. That was a little bit unfortunate. Turbo losing 250s in a row. Not much you can do about that, but at the same time, these dead ball kickoffs can be avoided if players just start to try and hit the ball more to the side. Let me just leave Discord so that noise stops happening. Apologies for that. You know, trying to force your car through the ball and hit it to one of the sides is a way to stop that from happening. I feel like, for me personally, the dead ball kickoff goals where your car just bounces off the ball and then the opponent scores a kickoff goal, those are the ones that feel the worst. They're proper feels bad, man, in my opinion. What's the series score? Kuxir 1-0. Oh, this is a good chance for Turbo though. Great recovery by Kux, and he's put it in his own net. Kux doing a great job to recover after failing this aerial, and then he just panics and fails his flip. Great pass. I'm surprised Turbo didn't give Kux a great pass right there. I should play Kux. Well, if I played Kux, I would lose by about 10 or 15 goals. Probably 10, I reckon. Probably 10. I doubt I'd be able to score. I might be able to score like 1. Maybe a kickoff goal or 2. Oh, Kux squeaking it in. Turbo's gone. He might be going to get a car. We're not going to call it a rage quit just yet. He might be changing to the Dominus. He's not written to me on Steam. Or he might just have rage quit because he got completely splunkied by Kuxir. Turbo's triggered. Let's hop in Discord and see just how triggered he is real quick. Turbo, how you doing, man?
I'm so fucking triggered right now. Invite me again.
No.
Real quick.
So,
Fuck.
Turbo's triggered. He's getting really outplayed right here by a superior player.
Shut the fuck up.
He just
Trying to get
really,
Ian,
he
get
really
Ian.
can't handle. We're giving him one more chance. We'll give Turbo one more chance to beat Kux. Then we might get Scrub Killer in.
Because
But
Cox beat me yesterday, I need revenge.
so Scrub
I
Killer is
think
going to
that
come in and
might think
give a
that.
go. But meanwhile, we're going to watch Turbo lose one more game. Best of luck, Turbo.
Oh, okay. You're a piece of shit. I hate you.
But we're gonna play later, I'm gonna get...
Yeah, I'll get you in after Scrub.
Shut
If Scrub
up, Scrub.
wants to play.
No thanks.
Yes.
I'm gonna hop off Discord. I'll go back in
Remember the
after.
score yesterday?
Mustache video.
What?
No, at least you meet Kid-Up, you can't meet Kid-Up.
Oh man.
Oi. Okay.
Good luck, Turbo. Try not to get rinsed this time, for goodness sake.
Turbo.
Alright, so that was Turbopolsa. He's triggered. Absolutely triggered. Because he's getting rinsed by Kuxir. He threw away a 4-2 lead. Kux is just wiggling. He's dancing. He's having a good time. I'm having Pringles. I'm having a good time. Oh, the Batmobile face-off. Beautiful. But which Batmobile will win? The orange or the blue? Most likely the orange, because that is Kuxir. But with the lead will be blue. And in the blue corner, Turbopolsa! Chomp boy. Delicious. 2 Batmans. Well, I'm not saying that Kux is Batman. But I've never seen Kux and Batman in the same room. That's all I'm saying. I have seen Turbopolsa and Batman in the same room, so Turbo's an imposter. He's definitely not Batman. Kux, on the other hand, probably Batman. Let's be real. That's why he doesn't want to show his face, because he's always wearing the Batman mask. He doesn't want to use the face cam on stream. Turbo though, we've all seen Turbo's face. He's got a little mustache. He's got long hair. He should definitely get a haircut. Well, that's a good challenge by Turbo for once. Getting a high challenge that actually worked. I had a feeling that he was just going to jump too high and Kux was going to block low again. This has happened a few times. What flavour of Pringles am I eating? I'm eating barbecue. Eating barbecue Pringles. They're called Pringles. I'm going to eat another one actually, because they're delish. Oh my word. Turbo's just getting rinsed. Let's make him watch this. What is this? He's got the boost. Then he just stops. What are you doing? Your goal's over there. You gotta defend the goal. You can't just stop in no man's land. Or Batman will score on you. Sell it. I don't get any money. If Pringles would sponsor me, I would definitely accept. Bit of a heavy touch by Kuxir, but it doesn't matter because Turbopolsa can't hit the ball cleanly right now. He's extremely triggered. He's got Scrub Killer talking in his ear. And that's, you know, enough to be the end of just about any man. Kuxir, a bit awkward in that save actually. A bit awkward in that save, but it's okay because Turbo's shot is awful. Just, that's like awful personified right there. Kuxir knew it wasn't in. It was that bad. It didn't even like make Kuxir second guess himself. If you're gonna hit the bar with a shot, Make sure you hit the bar above the near post, not the far post, or else if you hit the bar above the far post, your attack's pretty much over. The ball's just going to naturally clear itself. But if you hit the bar above the near post, you might be able to keep attacking. Kux using the wall that time to get the height necessary to clear that. Oh, nice look back. Kux looking to check where Turbo was to get a read in his recovery time. Very, very similar playstyles. Oh, Kux getting a little bit caught out by this. Nice shot by Turbo, to be fair. Oh, that little detour forward. Kux not expecting the shot. Not expecting the shot, and then Turbo flipping it into the goal. He's giving himself a fighting chance here. He did have the 2-goal lead last time before throwing it away. Let's see if he can hold on to this one. Not bad. Kuxir, on the other hand, bad. This line. Not defending the goal. Defending the corner. I mean, during game 2, I was just numbing on Pringles. They just tasted like barbecue, but now they're like extra salty because of Turbopolsa. Extremely salty now. I don't really like this idea. I don't think it's working, like, ever. An air dribble from that distance when Turbo is not off his goal line. Turbo can just like wait and then jump at the last second if it is actually going in. It's a very, very ambitious air dribble by Kux. Kux always a little bit leaky on the boost. You notice you hear that noise? The noise. Like, every time Kux is doing that, that is some boost being used. And he's kind of like going forward, back, like using a little bit of boost and braking. It's like his car's leaking. Meanwhile, another great shot by Turbo. He's got a better lead than he did last game, now up by 3. There's only 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Great chance for Turbo to take this game. Maybe all he needed was a Batmobile. He looked at what Kux had, he's like, I want what you've got, mate. I see what you've done there. The Batmobile is what I need, and it's actually working out wonders right now. Turbo with a great interception again. Kuxir having to play a little bit more aggressive, maybe out of his comfort zone. How do I eat Pringles with so long intervals? Because I have to talk to you clowns. You're all here to hear me ramble about a children's car game. Oh, what I say by Turbopolsa. Kuxir struggling to break the wall this game. It's something that we sometimes see from defensive players, is when they're behind, they're forced a little bit out of their comfort zone. And Turbo with the big lead, making Kuxir play aggressive. Oh, that's a good. Oh, nearly missed by Kux right there. But he just about got it in. He was a little bit casual there, though. I feel like he should have made sure. Not the best touch by Kux right there. He took away his angle, but it's okay because Turbo is in the world's worst position. So what should Turbo have done? Look how far off his line he is. He has to correct that by going forward and back again. And then he's just like, he's only defending the front post. He's far too far forward in the net. Kuxir's last touch wasn't a particularly good one. By touching it so central, he was no longer able to shoot the ball top right. He could only shoot in the middle or across the goal. But that actually worked out fine because Turbo was so positioned to defend the upper right corner anyway. That's not even in. Turbo has to just hold on 35 seconds and he's got a game. Oh my word. So Kuxir feeling a little bit sorry for Turbo's bad defending at the other end. He's like, yeah, I can one up that. Watch this piece of defending. Feels backflip, man. What? That was the worst piece of defending I've seen all day. Kuxir might be triggered after that one. That was the worst. Not gonna lie. But he does get their goal. There might actually be a chance here. If you can get a couple more kickoff goals, there's definitely a chance to get the comeback rolling. Okay. Oh! Kuxir spotting the top left. I actually don't dislike that he went for that shot. Because he needs goals quickly, but Turbo gifting him one. Going for the very, very silly off-the-wall play. And completely whiffing. Kuxir on the quick counter attack. Now he's got a real chance to score right here. I feel like he should get around the ball to the left and side flip right. It is what he did, but Turbo did a good kickoff too. Solid kickoffs from both players at the end there, and now Kuxir with the mission impossible. Definitely becoming harder because Turbo is involved. Okay, we still have a very small chance. Nah, not gonna do it. Turbo actually giving Kux a better chance. He could have let that hit the ground. It wasn't in. He's got it though. Good game. Turbopolsa able to take a game off Kuxir with the Batmobile. Celebration definitely not up to Kuxir's level though. That's for sure. But that was 3 games. I said I'd get Scrub in. Not sure if Kux wants a rematch. I'm gonna get Scrub in because we've had Turbo playing 2 series. We'll get Scrub now. He did want to play against Kux. Scrub wants revenge. Beware. Kuxir's still taking the series against Turbo though. He won 2 games before losing 1 in the Batmobile mirror match. Let me just change the titles. So we have Kuxir97 versus Scrub Killer.